Hi, what we're going to go through now is some great exercises for our middle back, but also great exercises for our shoulder rotator cuff. So our shoulders, our shoulder blades and our rib cage area are all absolutely intricately linked, which is why these exercises are actually good for anybody who's got any issues with that. If you're getting some pain between your shoulder blades or if you're getting some rotator cuff symptoms, then these exercises will be good exercises to start with for all of those areas of concern. So the first two exercises are going to use a flat TheraBand, and the last few exercises are going to use a skinny tubing with a handle. All right, so we're going to start first of all with some archer rows. We're going to do for each of these exercises approximately 60 seconds for each one. So as for your stretches, we're going to be coming here. You're then going to pull these slightly apart. So like this, then you're going to bring it to your shoulder, and then once you're here, you then rotate open. So the idea is that the band is already really tight by the time you get here. So you do have to use your spinal rotators to get yourself open. So you're here, open up, arm to shoulder, and then rotate. And you will not be able to straighten out, in this case, my right arm, because the band is too taut. So my hands are approximately 20 centimeters apart. I've pulled wide, bring it to my shoulder, and rotate open. Okay. And rotate open. We're going to do 3 more. Rotate open. So you really should feel, as you're doing that final rotation, that you're really having to work for it. If you're not working for it, then it's not going to be strengthening those muscles. Now we're going to do our left side. So I'm here, slightly widen up, tuck your elbow in, and then rotate. As you can see, my right arm is staying where it started. Open up, elbow tucked in, and rotate. Open up, elbow tucked in, and rotate. This one should be hard work. You might at times just need a little bit of a roll through, and that's totally fine. You're opening up, elbow tucked in, rotate. Opening up, elbow tucked in, rotate. All right, if your shoulders need a break, just give them a roll. We're doing 3 more. Elbow tucked in and rotate. Elbow tucked in and rotate. And last one, elbow tucked in and rotate. Okay, if you're feeling a little bit stronger, you might do 2 rounds of that, but I'm setting these exercises for people who are just building back their strength. So we're just going to do 1 round of everything today. Our second exercise, we're going to tuck our TheraBand underneath our armpits. So it should go around your shoulder blades. Okay, once you've got that, you're going to make them nice and taut. Okay, so it needs to have a bit that you're pushing against. And then I'm going to go against the wall for this one. So I'm here, my fists are against the wall. You can also do it on the ground if that's more comfortable for you. Once you're in this position, you can see the band is quite tight that I'm pushing against. So I've straightened out my elbows, and then now I'm going to bring my sternum towards the wall and away. So I'm essentially having to work to push my shoulder blades away from each other. Shoulder blades together, so my chest is going towards the wall, and then shoulder blades apart, so my chest is going as far away from the wall as possible. All right, forward, 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 away, away, away. Really focusing on range of movement. I am working quite hard against the band with this one. If you're not feeling much with the band, then I recommend you tighten it up or double it over. We're going to do 12 more of these. 1, all the way in. 2, 3, really getting those shoulder blades around. 4, 5, 6, we've got 6 more to go. Really getting the shoulder blades as far around as you can and then squeezing them together as far as you can. 3 more to go. That's 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Again, if you're a little stronger, you might be wanting to do a couple of rounds of that. Really good for getting those rhomboids, middle traps working strong, which is super important for anyone with middle back pain or with rotator cuff issues. So we're going to pop this one down now. We're going to move on to some exercises with our tubing. So I've got a handle here. I've got a light tubing that I've doubled over and through here. So these ones are specific rotator cuff exercises. So you're here in nice, good posture. Your right arm is going to be staying in this position and you don't let it come across your belly. Okay, so that's the point of this one, is that you're keeping it still. And once you've got your good posture, you don't have to overthink it, you're just doing a side step. Okay, the key is that you're not letting it come across your body, so you're having to resist against the band to stop it coming across. Okay, it's far harder than it looks, as you can tell. And we're going to do about another 20 or so of these. And because you've doubled over the band, you should find yourself fatiguing relatively quickly with this exercise. Okay, it's a nice and simple one, but it does get things burning nicely. Okay, we're going to do 12 more. Okay, side step, keep everything still. I'm counting for 8, 9, 10, 2 to go, 11, and 12. Okay, and now we're going to turn around and do the other side. You should have found yourself fatiguing quite a lot with that side. So here, good posture, elbows tucked into your side, you're not letting it come across your body. Everything stays still and you are sidestepping through your body. Because you've doubled over the band, you are working really quite hard with this one. The muscles that it's working, particularly with the rotator cuff, are not super strong muscles, they're postural muscles. So for this loading, they're having to work hard. And you're controlling what's happening with your shoulder and you're just keeping really good posture with this one. If you're feeling a pull in your neck, then I just want you to give it a bit of a shake, give it a bit of a roll, and get going again. We're going to do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, give that a roll. Next one that we're going to do is a progression. So with the last exercise, the side stepping, if you're feeling strong, you might have done a couple of rounds of that just to get the strength going. And our next exercise, you're going to be in this position here, which is called stop sign. And then from here, you're going to be coming up like this. Okay, really important for getting that really good shoulder blade control, which is so very important for our middle back area. So you're here, again, we've got doubled up band. This will be quite a hard exercise. So you're here, you're keeping this position and you're not letting it come in front of your body. So you're here, coming up like that. For some of you, you may only get to here, and that's fine. As you get stronger, you're really wanting to get higher up and getting that mobility through your shoulder as you're doing it. And you're being very aware not to arch backwards with your back. You're keeping everything locked in with your core and coming up. Okay, we're going to do 8 more. 1, 2. This should be hard work, this one. It's not as easy or low grade as some of the other ones we've done. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So again, the focus is on good control all the way up if you can. If you can't control it up without coming forward, then you only go halfway, and that's totally fine to build up to these things. So next arm. We're here, we've engaged through our core, good posture, and then we're coming up. Okay, there, up like that. My left side is not as strong as my right side, so you'll notice that I've taken a small step inwards to maintain the control. Okay, and that's totally fine. As humans, it's really common for us to be a bit asymmetrical, particularly with our upper body, as obviously we all, right and throw with our dominant hand, and so it's quite common for that shoulder to be a lot stronger. All right, we're going to do 10 more on this side. 2, 3, keep everything locked in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lucky last, 10. Great. So, as I said, if you are feeling really strong, you might be doing 2 rounds of that one, and you might even be moving on to a heavier band. Okay, but it's all about that shoulder blade control. So, what we're going to be doing next is our final exercise with this, and we're going to be unclipping your tubing, and you're going to grab another handle and pop it on here. Okay. If you're feeling strong, you might be doubling over, which would mean you need another band in through this, or to go to a heavier band. Okay, but I'm just going to keep it simple and keep the one light band with this. So again, I've engaged through my core. This is a double arm exercise. Once I'm in through here, then we are doing wide rows. As you pull inwards, you are squeezing those shoulder blades together. So wide rows, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and control on the way back in. The focus for this one is the eccentric control. So you're controlling against the band on the way back in. Okay, you've got good posture through your neck. You've tucked that tailbone under, engaged through the core, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then control backwards. Taking half a step back, squeeze those shoulder blades, and control all the way in. Control back in. What I'm hoping with this is that the other exercises have fatigued you, and then with this, a nice simple plain movement pattern, squeeze those shoulder blades and control them against the band will be also quite fatiguing for you. Squeeze, 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 and control back in. And control back in. Okay, if you need a break, you give yourself a roll through those shoulders, squeeze, come back in. All right, we're going to do 8 more. 1, 2, control, control, control. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and lucky last, squeeze, 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 and control back in. All right, so those are the band exercises that I think are really good for people with middle back and also for rotator cuff and shoulder injuries. So I hope that you found those helpful. As I said, for each of them, if you're feeling strong, do a second round and you'll really be working hard by the end of that.